Hey, this is Russ. I'm back out on the road again on a Saturday. Yeah, on a Saturday. And it's about 81, 82 degrees, something like that. So yeah, it's a little warmer than I usually go out. And it's being on a Saturday too, that makes it kind of unique, doesn't it? I don't usually go out on Saturdays, but lately I have been. I figure I have to take my rides when I can take my rides. It's going to be hotter later in the week. It'll be in the 90s. So I figured, well, I better get out there. Get some videos for you guys to watch. So where are we headed today? Well, nowhere special. But here's what I wanted to do today. I'm riding the Magicycle Cruiser. This is with the new 20 amp hour battery on there. And I'm not going to ride this until it exhausts like I did the last couple times. Yeah, the two times that I did it, I was on a pedal assist level 3, which I had set up for about 52% assist level, which is still pretty hefty. That's over 50% assist. And throttled a little bit, of course. Throttled heavier on the first time, throttled less on the second time. First time around, I got 42 miles before exhausting the battery. Second time around, I got 40 miles, which was kind of weird because I didn't throttle as hard on the second time around. I don't know how that happened. It got a little bit less, about 2 miles less. So I'm gonna just say I can count on this battery to do about 40 miles based on the way I ride. All right, now some reports from some others who have already gotten their Magicycle Cruiser Pros, which of course has the same battery. They've come back and said that they've gotten a lot more than me. Well, that's expected. If you're lighter in weight than me, and if you use a lighter assist level, yeah, you're gonna do better than me. But I have to go based on how I ride, based on my weight, based on my terrain. So I'm gonna call it at 40 miles is what I can trust. All right. Now, theoretically, the first battery, based on how I ride, I've gotten it up to I think it was 32 when I did my original test out of the battery range, the first time I tested it out. I've gotten consistently less since then, and that's only because when I do the test, I ride it without much throttle, and if I do throttle, it's usually very minor to match the level of pedaling. And so, yeah, 30 is what 32 is what I think I can get out of the original 15 amp hour battery. Let's say even 30. Okay, well, let's say even 25. All right, if we said 25 and we can get 40 on the other, that brings us to 65 miles of range with the two batteries. That is actually enough to do the Botanic Garden ride. It would be tight, but it could be done because we measured the distance, and the last time we went out there, and it was 60 miles round trip, almost exact. So I could take the Magicycle Cruiser with the two batteries. So you're asking me, am I going to do it? I don't know. Part of me says that I should always have at least a 10-mile buffer. Yeah, like if this bike can do 70 miles, if I can trust it for 70 miles and ride it as hard as I want, I would do it without a hesitation. And I can do that with the Rad Rover 5 with the two 20 amp hour batteries, triangle batteries that I have. So to be on the safe side, I think the Rad Rover is the way to use to go there, because I can ride hard, I can ride fast, I can do whatever I want, and I still have plenty of riding ability. Now, if I had two 20 amp hour Magicycle batteries, then obviously there would be no problem. I could do it. So yeah, it's okay. Maybe I'll do it one day, but there's really no need, quite frankly, to use this bike for that purpose. But literally, it does tell me anywhere else I want to go other than that one ride, I could pretty much take this bike as long as I take that second battery with me. Now today I don't have the second battery with me. I just have the one 20 amp hour, the new battery on the bike. And the reason I took it out today is because I changed out my pedal assist levels. Now you know that I always recommend that you guys lower your pedal assist levels right out of the box. The minute you get your bike, don't even ride it, change it. I'm not kidding. I am serious. I am not kidding. Change it, okay? Lower it down based on that second video that I did of the Magicycle Cruiser test, okay? The review. Just look back and you'll find it if I don't remember to put a link or anything. Lower it down, okay? Now, I've been riding this bike for a while now. I know how it feels. I know how it peps, how it zips through. And I've upped my game. I've gone faster on it. You guys know I ride relatively quickly. And so I made the decision I'm gonna change it. Now, it comes with the 0 to 7, I believe. I changed it to 1 to 5, so that I don't have a 0 anymore. I don't prefer to ride with 0. 0 means you have no help for anything. I need the help, okay? So I went 1 to 5. Then I changed it to higher levels at 1 to 5, and I felt that it was a little too much from one to the next. So I went to 1 to 7, and now I'm at 1 to 9. Yeah, 1 to 9. And so my levels are a lot different than they had been when I first started out with this bike. So I'm going to read you what my changes are in a moment here after we cross the street. I'm going to read you what I did to it. Now, I figured the fastest way for me to do this, to remember it all, because I just changed it. I don't remember exactly what it is. Took a photograph on it on my phone. So I'll find it on my phone here. Let me see here. Let me make this turn first. Let me find this on the phone here. Alright, so here's what I got. So 1 to 9, no zeros. Here's my levels. Now you shouldn't do this unless you feel comfortable, alright? 25%, 38% for 2. Level 3 is 43%. Level 4 is at 52%. Level 5 is at 60. Level 6 is at 70. Level 8 is at 80. Level 7 was at 80. Level 8 was at 85. And level 9 is at 90. So let me read that one more time. 1 is at 25. 2 is at 38. 3 is at 43. 4 is at 52. Trying to ride and look at this thing at the same time here. 5 is at 60. 6 is at 70. 7 is at 80. 8 is at 85. 9 is at 90. Now, all of these upper numbers, I'm never going to use it. I already know that. I'd be ghost pedaling already if I was at even level 5. What do I have for 5? 5 is at 60%. I'd be ghost pedaling already at that point. So all of this extra stuff on the top is really extra stuff that I don't need. But I figured I'll give myself the ability to go to higher percentage help if I ever need it. But I seriously doubt I'll need it, all right? The key difference, though, is the lower numbers, all right? I don't think I'd ever go anything lower than a 25% assist level, knowing myself. So that's my number 1, okay? Let's go back here again. So yeah, that's my number 1. And then number 2 is at 35%. I could see that. It's a little bit lower than I usually like, but then I have a little bit slower ability to ride. Number 3 at 43% would be, again, a little lower than I typically might do. But I think it's actually level 4 that I'm going to be using it more than anything else. Level 4 is at 52%. So anyways, that's where my current settings are. Level 4 really is my old level 3. But I'm thinking I have some lower levels and I have some higher levels now, going up to a 1 to 9 assist levels. So we'll see how it is. I wanted to test it out today. That's why I'm taking the bike out, even though it's a little hotter than I like, and even though it's a Saturday. I determined I'm not going to do any of the typical paths today because it's Saturday. And there's people on the road and on those bike paths. I'm not going to go there. I'm actually getting more used to riding on the streets, to tell you the truth. I prefer to actually be on the street more than I do on... Oh, that thing's noisy. I prefer to be more on the streets than on the paths at this point. The only thing with the streets, of course, is you got to stop every now and then. You got stoplights, stop signs, cars in the way, but I don't run into people. I think I prefer not to run into people. It's a little bit easier. And then I could ride it the way I want to ride it. I can go faster, I can go slower. Nobody's going to hassle me about it. So, yeah, we're just going to ride around. I mean, this area is essentially the area we always go past. So, up to a point, we always have the same views. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some questions that have come up, and also my typical prepping of getting ready for riding. Let's talk about prepping first, okay? Somebody recently asked me about that. Some of the questions come up are similar to things we've seen before in the past. So, but again, there's always new people, so they don't always see the newest things. What do I do to get ready to go for a ride? It's a lot of stuff, man. It's more stuff than you'd think. All right, first off, I got change. All right, I got change into shorts, change into these long sleeves now. I'm tending to wear the long sleeves more than short sleeve shirts, just to keep the sun off of me. My sun exposure has been so much this year that I turned so dark, and you read about skin cancer and everything. I said, got to do something to protect against that. I don't wear the sunscreen on my face. I probably should do that. I don't put any on my legs or anything. I probably should do that. But at least on my arms, I'm wearing the sleeves. Okay. So I got to put that on. Got to put shorts on, socks on, shoes on, belt, wallet. Russ's right business cards in case I run into people. That kind of stuff. Chapstick, which I didn't put on right now, but I should. And then I got to mount up everything on the bike. So what do I have on the bike? What do I turn it on? Well, I turn on this light, as you know. And I usually have it blinking. And I have it at the highest power blinking because it's daylight. So I want it to be seen, so I use the most powerful setting of that. And then I have a tail light that I mount to the rear rack. That's blinking. That's a red tail light. This one's made by, it didn't make by Magicycle. They sell this one. They don't make it, all right? They sell it on their site. I make sure my cell phone is ready to go. I make a decision if I'm needing the map or not. Then I check out the map to find out what are the recommended streets and do I like those streets or not. What else? I put on my safety vest, which is also yellow, just like my shirt here. And then I put on my helmet. My helmet has my microphone attached to it. I have to run the microphone wire through my vest, through the pocket of my vest. I clip on the microphone transformer on one pocket. I run the cable. That's what this cable is all the time. That runs to the digital audio recorder, which is in that bag. Make sure that I have the batteries in that all charged up and ready to go, which is actually not charging. It's just brand new AA batteries. Turn that on. And then I put the chest mount on before I put on the safety vest. So the chest mount is actually underneath my safety vest. Then I clip the GoPro onto that, make sure that that has fully charged batteries, and bring some extra batteries for that, extra memory card, all that kind of stuff. All right, then I get on the bike, I adjust the mirrors, turn on the bike, I reset the trip meter on the trip meter thing and the odometer stuff, and I check to make sure that the brakes have good pulling power. I have, and again, these are full hydraulic brakes, so I don't have to do a whole lot of adjustments there. What else do I do? Yeah, turn the bike on. I make sure that there's plenty of air in the tires. I always pump up to 20 pounds of pressure for my 4-inch fat tires, 26-inch 4-inch fat tires. 20 pounds of pressure. Usually it drops down to 18 to 18.5 pounds of pressure after a couple of days. So I always pump that back up, make sure that the air pump has plenty of power in case I need to use it if I get a flat or anything like that. Oh, look at this guy in the front. He's got a motorized cart. What is that thing? Well, let's go follow him here. Yeah, his is motorized, little kid's bike. I don't know how old this kid is. He's got now that is a motorized vehicle, okay? That's the stuff that they're saying you cannot put on the paths. All right, I just wanted to see what he was doing. I'm not going anywhere specifically. I just wanted to see what kind of dirt bike he's got there. All right, we're gonna turn. Cut back. So what else? I adjust my mirrors. Okay, make sure I put on the battery, make sure my batteries are fully charged for the bike. Strap on the second battery on the rear rack. Put the water bottle in the water cage. This is all stuff I have to do before I leave the house. It is a lot of stuff, I'm telling you. Prep work is a lot. Same thing for the scooter. You know, I recently got a Varla scooter, compliments of Varla. In fact, there'll be a second review thing for that particular device. It'll probably come out on a Sunday, just so that you know. The second reviews will usually come out on a Sunday now, I think. And I got to do a second review for the mobility scooter too. These are the agreements that I have with the companies that I would do 2 reviews for them, or at least 2 videos, not reviews, two videos for them. And we'll talk a little bit more about those things as we go. But even the scooter requires me to. Okay, we'll go. Requires for me to put on a lot of things. I got to put on knee pads, elbow pads. I decided I'm not going to do the wrist guards. It's just too hard to hold the scooter and use a wrist guard, so I'm just going to put on bike gloves instead. And then a helmet, you know. Oh, I forgot too. I put on my helmet. I use the X-Needle helmet, which has to be charged up as well, because that has lights on it. So yeah, even doing the scooter takes time. The only thing that doesn't take time is getting on the mobility scooter. You just jump on that thing and go. You don't need all this safety stuff and everything. Okay, the only thing with that one, you have to make sure your battery's charged up, but that's true for any electrical device anyways. All right, so that's that. Let's talk about another topic somebody had brought up. They asked me about, what do I think about the Tannis Armor tire liners, or like Mr. Tuffy. Is it called Mr. Tuffy? Yeah, Mr. Tuffy liners, or some of these other liner type products, or slime, or what's the other one called? Flat Out, is that what it's called? And then there's another one called Armadillos. Let's talk a little bit about that. And people wonder why I don't have Tannis Armors in there. Yeah, I could put Tannis Armors if I wanted to, but I don't. I don't do it. Here's the reason I didn't do it. I had seriously thought about it, when the Tannis Armors first came out, and it was a really big thing. But then I started seeing reports from people saying that the stems on their inner tubes are being sheared off. And I kept thinking, how does that happen? And then I realized they're probably talking about the fact that when those things slip a little bit, it might be putting extra pressure against the inner tube, which is of course got an opening where your stem comes out, and it's shearing it off. I haven't heard a lot about it, but I've heard several people mention that. Let's take a right here. I'm just riding for the sake of riding. I think we're in Arlington Heights again right now. So so I didn't do that, and then I also started reading about the fact that the Tannus armor is kind of like a big, I wouldn't say fluffy, but you know what I mean. It's thick foam that goes between the tire and the inner tube. I started hearing reports that the foam started compressing so much that it was almost like flattened out. And then they were saying that Tannus armor was telling them that they should deflate their tires every now and then, leave it off and deflate it for a while, and then pump up their tires again, and they go riding again. Well, that didn't sit good either. I said, why would I want to deflate my tires and have to re-pump up my tires? All in all, I just said it seems more hassle than it's worth. And people were still reporting that they were still getting flats even with the Tannus armor. Now, depending on what you run over, I mean, if you run over something big, like a big nail or something like that, then of course you're not gonna it's not gonna protect against that. But like some of these people have these things called goat heads, I guess, that like little thorny things. It might protect against that. In our area, we don't have much of that. I mean, this is the suburbs of Chicago. So I said, based on the fact that we don't have that type of problem as much, I'm not going to do it. So I decided not to do it. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying it seems like more headache than it's worth. And of course, having to install it and all that, you might have to cut it and all sorts of stuff. It's just too much. Same thing with the Tuffy, Mr. Tuffy liners. Kind of felt the same way about it. I just said, seems like a lot of headache. So yeah, I didn't want to do it. Oh, where are we here? This is the Arlington Heights Library. To the right, let me grab the camera here. Yeah, that's the library. Yeah, I don't ride around here. I don't really know this area. I'm just riding for the sake of riding. As long as I'm not on a major street, I'm okay. So I'm just riding around. So yeah, I don't do that. Now I do have slime in my tires, and the only reason I do that is because it was recommended I consider doing at least slime. And there's a church to our left. I think I shot a wedding at this church. Yeah, I did shoot a wedding at this church. Yeah, whenever I see churches and things like that, I start wondering, have I ever done a wedding there? And yep, I have. Oh, they have a farmer's market out here too. It looks like they're packing everything up. I know you can't see it, but so yeah, what was I talking about? See, short memory. Oh yeah, okay, slime. Yeah, they told me to put slime, so I figured slime is easy to do. Then some people were saying, well, slime dries out after a while. There's nothing good. I go, well, it's too late. It's already in the tires, or the inner tubes, so it is what it is. I know Electric has made a deal with slime where they're already pre-installing slime. So they either think it's a good deal or it's just something else to talk about, so they did it. It's probably something else to talk about. Others have said that flat out is much better. They saw reports that was done on the Bolton Ebikes website before, or not website, on his YouTube channel. He did a review of that versus slime versus some other stuff, I guess. And the flat out did so much better. Seems to cost a little bit more, but it might be worth that. And then there's another product called Armadillos. A lot of people who recommend that. Usually say that that's even better. Cost even more. Of course they do. But I saw a video where somebody with a one wheel, that's like a skateboard with one wheel, he was poking this thing with like an ice pick and it just reseals back up. Now, I always wonder how well this does when it's not just a product like that, but you have a bicycle tire with an inner tube. All right, the one wheel I don't think has an inner tube. I may be wrong, but I don't think it does. How does that product seal well with an inner tube? Okay, nobody's tested that, and I'm not going to poke my tires with ice picks to test it. So yeah, you're out of luck. You want to test it yourself, you can. But that's another product, right? So I do carry the air compressor. All right, I do carry a portable air compressor. I don't want to be pumping. Oh, this guy's got what is this? It looks like a smoker on the back of his vehicle. Yeah, it's like a portable smoker. Not portable, but he's dragging it along. So, yeah, I don't know. There's so many products that are available. I don't know what's good, what's bad. Overall, I have not had issues with the tires having issues with, getting flats while I've been riding so far. I'm lucky so far. But I do watch what I'm riding over. I don't go on, gravel roads. I don't go on dirt roads and stuff like that. I'm just on pavement. If I see glass on the pavement, I don't go rolling over it. I ride around it. All right. I'm a little careful, and so I haven't had a problem. So I haven't dealt with that kind of stuff. And so having air compressor is important, I think, because you don't want to be hand pumping these big fat tires. It's just too much to pump. So. Yeah, I think of all the things that I have, we're back to where we were here, because it's happy birthday, Chloe, it says. Of all the things that I have, the air pump is the one thing I use more than anything else. I literally use that all the time. I check my air pressure with it. I fill up extra air when it needs it. It is probably my best and most used item. I'm not sponsored by the company, but there's a link in the description of all of my videos of all the accessories that I use, and that is one I highly recommend, even though I don't I bought mine. I recommend you buy one too. All right. Yeah, you don't want to be carrying a hand pump. You don't want to hand pump these things. These portable air compressors, they're not that expensive. There's like $50, $55, something like that. It's worth it. Believe me, if you have a flat, you don't want to be dealing with it. Get an air compressor. Get that one. That one's proven. Many people use it. I've seen other people on YouTube use it. It's a good one. Yeah. So look on my Amazon affiliate link in the description for it and get one. I'm telling you, get it. It's worth it. And what else do I carry? I carry a spare inner tube. I carry inner tube repair kit. So if I have to patch it, if I can patch it, I'll patch it. If I can't patch it, I have a brand new inner tube. All this stuff is in the bag in the front now. That used to be in the back, but I reserved that now for my my second battery. All right, let's head back this way. So, what else has come up? I know somebody else asked me to talk about something, and I said I would, but now I can't remember what it is. Sorry about that. It may come back to me, or I may have to go back and look at or if you made that request and you haven't heard it from me, remind me again. This is the problem. We are about a week ahead of you. So by the time you see this video, it's a week ago. So if I say it's today, you know, you're talking a week from now. So it's like a week before for you guys. I need to stay ahead by at least a week. And the reason I feel that is because of potential weather issues or other things that prevent me from going out on a daily basis. So I try to stay at least ahead of you guys by 1 week. Okay, so I kind of feel bad about that sometimes, because sometimes I want you guys to hear something right away, and then I talk about it, and I know you won't hear about it until a week later. But it is what it is, right? It's just the way I have to do it in order to make sure we have videos covered daily. Oh, okay, here's another thing. People said, you know, you have so many videos, they're kind of shocked at how much content I have on the Russ is Right channel. Yeah, take a look at some of that old stuff. You know, if I miss a day or something, go back and watch an old one that you haven't seen. To you, that's brand new, right? Many of these things that we do is you know, similar. We may go the same places and stuff, but we do talk about different things all the time. So when you watch that video you've never seen before, you might pick up some tidbits here and there. I try my best to talk about different things. Sometimes new stuff comes up, but a lot of times some old stuff comes up too. But it doesn't hurt to hear it again. Let's try some of these side streets here. Yeah, so watch some of the old ones. I mean, there's hundreds of videos from Russ is Right. I mean, if you if you go way back, you're going to see knee replacement videos. It's okay too. I mean, if you have a knee replacement problem, check those out. But if you're looking for bike videos, there's a lot of bike videos out now too already. Started out last year, around April of last year. We rode all the way up until December of last year, and then I stopped for the winter. And then we picked it up again, what was it, March of this year? End of March, something like that. And we'll continue riding until I can't. Yeah, I'm not going to go out in the winter, as I already told you guys. I'm not going to go out in snow and ice and everything like that. I'm not going to do that. First off, I don't want to risk myself, and I don't want to risk my bikes either. I don't want it slipping and sliding and everything. All right, let's stop here for a second. So yeah, if we don't have specific riding videos then, let's go back and watch some of the old ones. There's plenty to see. I haven't looked at the total counts yet, but I'll venture to say we're closing in on 700 videos, maybe something like that. Yeah, I'm not kidding. There's probably about, I know it's over 600, maybe 700 videos by now. Long videos too, but you know, I'm just writing and talking. It's not hard to do. So how's my knee so far? Well, the knee is doing pretty good lately. Yeah. Here's a park called Hasbrook Park. Do they got a bike path in there? I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna go into that park. Hold on. Let me see what's in this thing. I just happen to ride past it. Okay, I'm gonna have to go up here. I can't make this sharp turn. This is why having knobby tires isn't a bad thing. I think it just goes around this park. This kind of reminds me of that park we went to in Glenview, Flick Park. This is called Hasbrook Park in Arlington Heights. Let's take their path. Unless something restricts us from taking it. There's some posted sign. Let's see what the posted sign says. Alright, let's just jump off for a second here. Park rules. Let's see what the park rules have to tell us. Park rules say, okay, it tells you the hours, don't feed the animals, grilling only in certain areas, no dogs, no cigarettes, no birds, no guns, no alcohol, no golf, no motorized vehicle. But they show like a motorcycle. Okay. Okay, now those who think this is considered a motorized vehicle, I guess you can take aim at me again, but I believe they're talking about like the thing that the kid had, gas motor. What would you call that? Mini bike? What do they call those things? I'm not hip. I'm not up on it. Okay, that's what they're trying to prohibit. A bicycle with an electric motor. Yeah, technically there's a motor, but I don't think they're talking about that for this situation. And if you look at the picture that they show up there, like I hit by another bug in the face, they show like a motorcycle type thing. They don't want motorcycles. They don't want gas-powered motorcycles. You know, a bicycle that's going slow on their path here. Are they going to restrict that? I don't think so. But you may run into people who will tell you you shouldn't be on the path here. This guy's practicing tennis. Ride past him here. This is an open area for tennis. I'm surprised. Yeah, well, this kind of reminds me of Flick Park in Glenview. It's not bad. What was the name of this park again? Hasbrook Park? Let's take a look at it again. There's some cutoffs, different paths here that is like a shortcut, but we took the long route. Oh, I might not be able to see the name of it. All right, I passed it again. We're already around already. All right, well, okay. Let's go through it again. Let's go around here one more time. Well, my intention was not to come out here. It's just that we lucked out. Have something to look at. But again, okay, let's take the shortcut. This is the short path. Instead of going around the tennis thing, they don't want to bother a guy playing tennis. So we just kind of cut off all that extra. Okay, dog wants to get me. I tell you, dogs always want to get me. Big German Shepherd. All right, we're going to turn here. It's too sharp of a turn. Can't turn it. All right. Better to hop off the bike. Turn the bike around a little bit yourself. All right, what's the name of this place? Hasbrook Park, Arlington Heights Park District. All right, these guys are gonna give me some space, hopefully. Yep, they did. Look. All right, I'll wait for this car to pass. Couple cars to pass. I think further down the direction we were going, we would run into a big street, so let's skip that. Let's just head back. So today has been pedal and throttle day. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. The pedal assist levels have been changed out for me. Give me a couple of lower levels. So 4 is my previous 3, and that I believe was like 52% or something like that. So when you look at the pedal assist levels now going forward, it does not correspond to the previous pedal assist levels. All right, things have changed. Let's move to 5. 5 gives me a little bit of kick. It's kind of helping a lot. Let's go to 6. Whoa, that thing really just kicks up. 7. Whoa, that's really going. 8. 9. 9, you're totally ghost pedaling. I'm not even moving my legs hardly, and I'm going really fast. So yeah, if you're lazy, you want 90% of pedal assist. Yeah. That would be like throttling full blast without having to hold down the throttle. Just kind of keep your legs moving a little bit. You don't even have to move hard because you're yeah, let's go back on the street again. Because you're just moving your legs really just to keep the sensor thinking that you're pedaling hard, but you're not really pedaling at all. Really, you're just moving. Which actually for me is perfectly fine, since my whole intent of my bike riding is really just to keep my legs moving, keep my knees moving. That's all I really want to do. I don't want to really pump that hard onto it. Now some people may think that if you work on it, maybe you can get stronger in your replaced knee. Probably so. But knowing the history of my knee and the problems I had for a couple of years, it's best that I don't do that, because I'll pay the price the next day. I'll really feel it. So I don't really want to do it. I had to work really hard for those first 2 years. A lot of pain. I'm telling you, a lot of pain with the knee brace thing and everything, and then physical therapy, 80 physical therapy sessions where they're pushing on your leg, constantly pushing until you're screaming. I'm telling you, I'm not talking a little bit of screaming. I'm talking sheer agonizing screaming. You guys ever watch Rambo? Remember when they tortured him and they stuck him on that electrical thing, turned up the electricity until he was screaming? Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, every single time I went to physical therapy, several times a week. So yeah, I know pain when I see people dealing with joint pains like that. I know what they're talking about because I went through it. So that is the reason too why when people say this guy never pedals, he doesn't do whatever, yeah, I have a reason behind it. All right, that's why I don't do it, because I have a knee issue. All right. So I guess if you don't know a person's history, you don't know why they do what they do, and yet people sometimes will criticize others when they don't know it. You got to realize that sometimes people have issues, they have problems, okay? And all of us ride e-bikes for different reasons. Some of us ride it for exercise. These are guys that, you know, will do pedal assist level 0 or 1 at a low level. I can't do it. You know, I give you credit for being able to, but I can't. So just be aware that people do things for different reasons. They have different abilities. I've learned that because of my disability, that not everybody can do what you can do, and not everybody should be criticized when you think they should be able to do something they can't. I'm more tolerant. I would say since my knee replacement, I am more tolerant of people with disabilities. I don't care what kind of disability, any kind of disabilities, I'm more tolerant of it now. So, alright, the police have pulled somebody over or done something here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, they had a little accident. Yeah, not good. Little accident, police got called. They're looking over the damage at this point, I think. Alright, time for some water. I've been running for a while and talking for a while. I don't know how long we've been running this video. Probably a good time to stop the video though. When I'm second guessing how long the length is, it's probably been going a little too long. Alright, anyways, I appreciate you guys coming out on this Saturday ride with me. Just to kind of shoot the breeze, so they say. And yeah, now here's a nice vehicle, right? Okay, one day that kid's gonna have a bike like this. I'll talk to you guys next time.